So it's a welcome back to Dominic.
Put my drink down. I mean, it's not about that. But yeah, it's like I'm wearing a bit of a blade.
Good.
I can breathe out and no one can see, so it's great.
I feel if I wore that, it would ride up and I'd look like...
And this is a weird one, but you have been here before.
Claudia, in Interview with the Vampire, it's nothing.
But no, that's nominated, ladies and gentlemen.
And free food.
It's a lot.
Yeah, there's an enormous pressure on the crown.
Might slip into a bit of Fred West. I mean, you're in.
But he's Gloucester, you know, than Prince Charles.
Yes.
So hopefully I'll be all right.
Well, listen, that...
And she sees her husband playing with her daughter.
Real.
Real.
I'm guessing he's not...
You'll have to see, you'll have to see.
How's he murdered in front of you?
Shot.
I said, you know, everyone's talking about how binge-worthy it is. Like, addictive.
Yeah, it is, and that in the show as well. He can't help but watch the next episode, and yeah, they're highly addictive.
We've got a great...
Imagine, I was so embarrassed. I was just so... I couldn't do it in rehearsal.
What did you say instead?
I just went, what's this stick called?
Joy.
Joystick. Thank you, Doug.
Imagine we were on a flight here. It's your pilot, Michelle Keegan.
Finding the stick. Blew the helicopter, yeah.
Well, look, you're a...
Helicopter's a write-off.
I love Bev so much, yeah. Neighbours. Till they were just on a rock.
I want to watch that for
brains, because we always used to have squash banana and oat. Very good.
Were you eating?
Yeah.
What?
Were you eating?
I'd eat some brains. You know, he said, we're going to get a prisoner in here now, he's going to sit next to you.
That's what I do. Oh, you should see me hiss.
It's sort of like if he came towards you.
In that.
Oh, lovely. Hey, and Alan, let's also mention...
You say, oh, it's lovely. And actually, it's who started chucking stuff around, and... So I then looked into...
It's all so casually.
Well, no.
The story.
It's a process. It's a real thing, and it's
Yeah.
quite a process, and you have to look into the history of the whole house and try and identify who might... And it settles the spirit. It cheers everything up, and you get loads of kids in there. So we just had a couple of parties.
It's amazing.
If only...
Me and my mum would do...
Eyes.
Yes. I was the musical guest.
Yeah.
No, I was in the show at the time, but I wasn't...
Pretend you were there.
No, it's...
I literally bolted right to the front of the stage, and I was literally at the front of the stage.
OK.
Twists and turns, and apparently with this one, it's the biggest twist that he's ever done.
Are you...
Pre-twist, OK. So I play a character called Maya from the day before. But how can that be? He's been dead for 3 weeks.
Shit got...
Off. Then as soon as you said it to me, I was like, oh, here we go. That's opened that floodgates.
Right.
I'm gonna give it
And because you play... Yeah.
They weren't supposed to hiss. It was just to, like, 7 hours. I talk a lot in this show.
So I rang my mum up. I said, oh, I'm in bits here.
a... Thank you, thanks for having me. I'm sorry, though, don't it?
No, because I saw you standing up outside, and I thought...
You do a lot of pointing, I do a lot of fiddling, and then I saw this... drink a glass of wine and watch Corrie and the Archers and everything else.
She was really sweet.
Spider. Very good.
Are you worried?
No, that's always an issue, but I think Eddie's a bit closer to Fred West than...
So when I got the call asking me what to do for me once, I was like...
I like you going to solve it.
Yeah, I like how you tried to solve it
the
whole way through, and the crew were laughing, because I was swearing to Joanna Lumley, like...
But did you really fly the helicopter?
No, I genuinely did. That got for about half an hour, and then halfway through, the pilot just said, do you want to take control? And she...
It's all good. Hey, good news, everyone. Alan...
I'm going to interview him while I'm driving, and I sat, you know, Prince Charles just there. You know? And he sat, and this murderer sat next to me, and the derelict thing at the back. And I remember thinking, this is... And his friend moved in, his friend was a vicar, and I might have... exercising it.
Yourself?
The Exorcist.
You said...
And it was sort of, yeah, it settled it.
worked.
Oh, kids. Chuck the kids in there.
From that film would have been. And Alan, are you...
Excited
I know,
to hear.
I'm loving the...
I liked her a lot.
Because they do the round...
Watching her, and it was coming to the end of the show, and she went, anyone who wants to come to the show and have a, like, from the front and have a party. It's madness, yeah.
And this...
Yeah, cause, like, I was a huge fan of Harlan Coben's work, and I've watched, you know, The Stranger, Stay Close, Safe, and... yes, absolutely. And then I read the book, and I literally read it in 2 days. Because obviously with Harlan, he's so good at, you know, leaving everything on cliffhangers, and it's so many...
OK.
She was in the military.
But...
And she comes home from the military and her husband is murdered.
Get out of town.
Yeah. And then 3 weeks after his funeral, she's watching back footage on her nanny cam from the day before.
Shot dead.
Shot dead in front of her, yeah. Thing with Howland's writing and Danny Brocklehurst, who they leave it on massive cliffhangers where you there's a lot of F-bombs being dropped there. Yeah.
That must...
So fun. And the thing, when we were rehearsing it, we were just laughing. I couldn't say the word. I couldn't say the word. Then after when she said it to me, I thought, all right, then. You give it to me, I'll give it to you. And we only had one shot at it. So we had to get the shots of me in the helicopter with the pilot. And we were filming. So I said, what do you mean? He went, well, you know, I'm not driving anymore. You can take control of the stick. And then, yeah, I flew the plane. I'm so bad.